Next section today. I'd like you to do this task for me. I call this find someone who. So if you want to find someone who can play the piano or the guitar, what kind of questions do you ask your friend? Can you
play the piano?
Can you play the guitar? If you want to know if you want to find out someone who can speak Chinese or not, you say? You don't have. Can you speak already, right? You just ask your friend, can you speak Chinese? Right. So when you ask your friend, if someone says yes, okay, what you do? Write down the name over here. Okay, as many names as you can when you interview. You want what? Okay, you want what I mean? Right. And I'd like you to spend 3 minutes to ask and answer. Okay, no, take 1.5. Take 1.5. Right. Now stand up and ask many friends as you can. Okay. Talk to your friend. Go back to your team. Right. Thank you. Okay, now class, I'd like you to have a look at the paper again, your notes again. And I'd like you to come here to make a report. Your report should be like this. With teachers and friends, I interviewed some people and found out that we can play the piano and the guitar, but just a little, like he said. And now she can speak Chinese. And Khánh Xuân, Huy, and Phương, they like reading books. Khánh Xuân can paint and draw. And Khánh Xuân and Ngọc, both of them like teaching children, right? Oh, according to my survey, my question, my result here, in over there, she studied abroad, right? Okay, from Canada. Right, now, I'd like you to come here to make a report, and during the time your friend is making a report, I'd like you to take notes or add in more information, right? Are you ready? Today is Tuesday, or is Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you come here, right? Right, make a report. The other people, I'd like you to take notes.
Hello everyone. According to my survey, I have because of the limited of time, so I just interviewed just 2 people. That's Phượng. She is interested in listening to music. She likes to teaching English, and she hasn't had dinner yet. And second one is Huy. Huy loves reading books. And that is my result of today.
Okay, thank you. Right. Another Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
What's
Alright.
Good evening, everybody. I always survey 2 people. It's not good. She like teaching English, and the Trưởng, he is interested in listening to music.
Only 2 people?
Yeah,
only 2 questions on this?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you. Right. And another Wednesday? Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. Yeah.
This girl I had talked with before. She's interested in listening to music and reading books. Prefer hasn't had dinner yet, and she likes to keep cheering. Lang Phương likes reading books, and is interested in listening to music.
Right, thank you. Now class, how many people can play the piano and the guitar? One. Only one. Who is it? We. You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me. Okay. And who can speak Chinese? We know. Okay. And Sun and Zhang. Okay. Who has taught English before? Who else? Sun. Who else? Good. Right. Who likes reading books? Sun, Hui, Hương. What else? Who else? Hương. Right. And who can paint and draw? Mr. Hui. Okay. Hương. And Xuân. Okay. Okay. And who hasn't had dinner yet? Mr. Hui. Okay. Right. Who else? Jan and Jan. Who else? Quý Phương. Okay. Right. Who has studied abroad? This kid. Who else? Okay. Right. So now tell me, what can you learn from this activity? For students, if they are students, what can they learn from this activity? Remember the name again? Right. Actually, look at the list of the questions again. This is information from whom? From friends. And I call this students' biography exchange. So it's means that we exchange information, right? Ask and answer. Of course, you ask the other people, you get information, and you have to answer. You know that the other student can get information from you too. Right. And I call that students' biography exchange method or technique is okay. So what did I do? First, the teachers prepare. What do the teacher prepare? The worksheet, right? The paper that is called input, the material for the student, right? And when it comes to the class, we introduce the task. Did I introduce you the way how to do that? So give you examples, give clear instruction, make some examples. Very important for conducting an activity. And after that, did I give you some kind of time to work? How much? 3 minutes to ask and answer. Right. Why do we need to offer the student the time like this? We control the time. Because we have many more activities, right? Not only one. So we need to stop appropriately. Right. So 3 minutes, after 3 minutes, we have something to do next. Right. And after that, I ask my student to present, give feedback, or present in front of the class. So how many activities they have? They have to speak, they have to talk, pairs, in group, and then for individual activities. So in one activity, you can set up like individual, group, and whole class, and then individual again, right? And what am I missing? I need to give the assessment. Your English is good, I don't need to give the correction, right? So, but actually in real classes, you have to check your student vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar. But what did I do to check your understanding? During the time your friends here presenting, you have to take note, right? And after that, what did I do? I asked some questions by using who or how many. That is called WS questions. But my task is not only like this, but also the other thing. Now come back to the questions again. So when you ask your friends what kind of sentences you use, yes, no questions, right? Yes, no questions. And when you present, what kind of sentences you use? Affirmative and negative sentences. So affirmative, negative, and yes/no questions. And when I ask you, what kind of questions do I ask? WH questions. So in one task, the teachers can have the student practice a lot. That is the purpose. And that is called students' biography exchange method. One more thing. Have a look at this activity. The same, find someone who you see something in common. The same. What is the same? The tense. So instead of asking your student to do exercise, now class, open your book to do exercise number 1. Change the sentences into negative, change the sentences into interrogative, or use the correct form of the verb to complete the sentences. That is exercise. Focus on exercise, focus on the form. That's the reason why the student cannot communicate, cannot speak when they are in public school. But here in ESL classes, change into tasks. Offer the student time to talk. So the same purpose, practice the structure, but they have time to speak, communicate. So are you going to see friends? Are you meeting friends tomorrow? Are you going to cook this Sunday? Blah, blah, blah. So they practice the structure instead of writing home. Doing exercise home, in class, activities, tasks. That's it. So, and here, how about this one? What kind of tense? Simple past, right? So instead of asking the student to do exercise the same way, right, we change it to speak. And after that, they came here to present. They can make a speech already. Short sentences, and then come to the speech, the presentation. Really helpful for them, right? And you may ask me, if my students are weak, they cannot make their own questions, we can prepare the list of questions for them. It's okay, right? The main focus here is to have the student exchange information and practice the target language, right? And you may ask me if we can apply students' biography exchange for children classes. I say yes. Here, this is the test from flyer. Speaking for flyers, children, right? So this is examiner. Okay, examiner pictures. They have information about Harry class, but they don't have other information about Daisy class. But students, they have information about Daisy class, but not for Harry class. So exchange. So in class, you set up like student A, student B, they will exchange. So student A, he has information about Harry class, but student B, he doesn't have. So student B has to make questions. Now, what is the teacher's name, or who is the teacher in Harry's class? And I will say, Miss. Okay. How many people, how many children are there in the class? So at that time, the student takes notes and asks an answer. So that's called students' biography exchange method for kids. What is the difference between kids, tasks, and adults? Have a look at the paper I just gave you.
More questions.
More questions. Kind of thing. Have a look. Kind of. What is the big difference?
It's got group.
Group?
Yeah, make a small group. The picture be.
Yeah. It's not really like what I want to say. Pictures. Further. For kids, when you design the task for them, add colors, add pictures to attract them. If you just offer them a piece of paper with a lot of words, you think that they like it? Which one they like? This one. So, and one thing about classroom management, if some children, they finish the task earlier, right? more more quickly than the others. So problem happens. So teacher, that I have nothing to do, right? Keep hitting each other or going around, right? So you can give them more jobs. When you finish this, right? Okay, working hands again. Talk to other teachers. What is the difference? Oh, in my picture, the teacher is wearing a pink dress. But in Daisy class and in Harry class, the teacher is wearing right, something like that. That is fine. Give them more jobs. But the other student, they are doing this one, that is not good. So more things for the good students. So more jobs for them. Okay. First, to attract, but the second purpose is to let the student do more, right? To control the class. That is classroom management. Assign jobs for children. So if not, they are not easy, they will make us easy. Like it should be. So let them work, right? That is those students' biography exchange method. Right. And now I'd like you to play the game with me. It's called Stop the Pyramid. Working hands. Take a piece of paper with you. Okay, working hands. Make sure that you have not and in Ngô. Okay. Dung and Phượng, Xuân and Lý, Hiền and Quý and Trường. Okay. Right. Right. I'd like you to write down the colors like this. 5 colors. The first one is small, right? Oh, can you use the paper again? Yes, it's good. It's good like that way. Good, right? 5 colors. The first color is small, right? You don't need to draw this one. Okay, just draw the color, right? What we are going to do is to play the game. Stop the pyramid. So what does it mean? This is a pyramid. Right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 words. Right? The first 4 words, the first 4 letters, 1 point. The second, 2. The third, 3. And the last one, 4. And you'll find out the winners. Who stops the pyramid the most is the winner. Right? So you have to say stop the pyramid when you have the answer. What is the rule of the game? Now, I will show you the verb, the letter V, right? What you have to do in pairs, write down the name of the country beginning with V. Right now, okay? Right? That is an example. The nouns beginning with V, victory, vegetable, vision, or something like that. Verb beginning with V, view, visit, right? And then adjective or adverb beginning with V, a visual, good. Various, or vary, right? Okay? You got it? Very easy. And you have to write down booking pairs, or not individual, in pairs is better. So just pair, okay? Like pair. Now, when you have the answer, it means that when you finish writing, you say stop the pyramid. And I will hear that and I come to you to check. Got it? Very fast. Are you ready? Now, 1, 2, 3, the first letter. A, sorry. A. Finish? Okay, she's first. Say Lam. Mary? Good. Good. So, the team here is Jen, okay, right? Okay, 1 point. Next one. Letter E. Good. Okay, say stop the movement. Say it loud.
England.
England.
English.
English. Eat.
Eating. No.
Okay. Early. You see? Right. So we. Okay. One more. Good. Next one. Letter M. Letter M. Good, good, good. Okay, I like the word. So, say it loud, Xuân.
Netherlands.
Say loud, quick, quick. Say loud. It's not correct. Letter M is not Netherlands. Sorry. Good, stop us here. Right. Yes. Right, good. Right. So, D and Phương, right? Okay, good. Next one. Don't worry. Letter R. R. Right, letter R. Right now, finish writing?
Russia.
Really? Where?
Russia. Real and right.
Okay, good. We march together, right? Okay. So, one more point. Good. Next one. Letter L. Letter L. Good. Say that. Loud. Good. Lovely. Okay. Good. So, Hải, right? Okay. So, 2 points. Right? 2 points. Another 2. G. G. Good. Sorry, say loud. Bridge. Rice. Get. Right. So, it's time for you. Okay. Leaves on. Right. So, 2 points. Good. Next one. Letter C. Letter C. Good. Oh, good. Right. So, 2 more points for you. Nice one. Right. Come on. The other people quicker, right? Letter U. Not scared. Okay, good. Sorry, they stopped it first. Again, you. Okay, don't move away, right? But actually, you correct, right? 2. Now, we come to no. You have 3, right? Okay, one more. Now, letter O. Only one country in the world beginning with O. It's in Middle East. In 2050, it will disappear just because of global warming and the level sea up. There are 4 letters. Good. Stop. Excellent. Excellent. Oman in the Middle East. Alright. Okay, the last letter O again. But this time, no more country, any kind of city in the world, any kind of city in the world beginning with O. For example, Oakland.
Stop your turn. Okay. October.
Good.
October 1 and O.
Excellent. So you have 4 points. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wrong.
3.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Right? Now, the other people, you have a chance to win. Right? Don't worry. You have 10. And the other people, they can have 10 or double the score. By putting AENRLGCUOO to make a word. The word has 10 letters. Right. 10 letters. No V, right? No. 10 letters. Do you need a hint?
Yes.
Which letter you like? First, second, third, or the last? The first one? The first one. M.
We have the last letter, please.
Good. You want the last letter?
Yes.
Right, the last letter, E. The middle one. The middle one. So number 5. Oh.
It's like a hang.
Yes. I give you another hint. Good. Excellent. You got it. Macrolog. She read the lessons at home. She read the lesson at home and you know that, okay? So macrolog is the next topic here. Macrologs, okay, you can, you get 10. Right, so equal, so Hải Xuân and Jan and Dave are taking, right? Okay, good. Oh, Jan and if you have 10? 10? You have 11. Oh, you are the winners. So you will get present on Friday. Yeah, present from me. Right. Okay, good. Right. So macrologs are known as brainstorm or mind maps. It's the best way to learn vocabulary. You can see that during the time you brainstorm, you can learn more vocabulary. Right? The student can learn from each other. But actually the teachers can apply this one to build up and to let the student activate at the first time. Instead of asking them to do like this, now class, before reading the text, we have 30 questions, 30 new words here, copy down, very fast. But with this way, the student can learn. Right? And during the time the student brainstorm, if they don't use the correct word, it means that they don't use the words you want to teach them, you can offer them. For example, I give you a hint with Ottawa. I give you a hint with the name of the country Oman. It is in the Middle East. That is the way the teachers offer the new information to build. Right? And actually for me, I often apply this one to teach or to have my students brainstorm vocabulary and ideas. Here's some example I did here. This is the way I use my map and brainstorm with my students to write. Before writing, I ask my students to brainstorm the ideas. Right? here in this class. This one, I ask my student to apply in teaching children. And instead, children, they cannot write the words. You can offer them the word card and to put in the correct position. That's it. Right? Here, they suppose that they are children, right? And how about this one? My map. Even my map, I applied for my writing at home for the social life. This is the article I wrote for my group of students. Okay, right? And brainstorm preposition or something like this way, right? So that is called mind map or brainstorming before learning. Or the teachers can use mind map or brainstorming to teach or to review the lesson. Actually, I use some words in the house here to reinforce, to review what you presented. So using mind map too, that is the way. Right, here, that is mind map or brainstorming. Right, it's called macro. Okay, and now I'd like you to join the another activity. Take one and pass. Take one and pass. Right. The next activity's name, my friend. I call it paragraph. Is it okay? You often say paragraph, right? But I changed into paragraph. Why? Now, I'd like you to follow my instruction. Okay? I didn't ask you to do anything right. So listen, right? Okay. Here's a paper. We have how many numbers we have? 9. Now, follow my instruction. Number 1, write down a name of students in TESOL class. Okay? This is not for remembering the name. Okay, write down any kind of name. Okay, any person here. The name. For example, okay, Sun, for example, Sun is good. Right, okay? Cover. Fold it to cover. Okay, yes. Like this, okay? Okay, now, move. Okay, move. Yeah, you are doing right. You are doing, move this way.
Oh yeah.
Right, change. Yes. Okay. Right, yeah. But keep it, right? So, okay. Right, done. The second. Hello. Where's yours? Where's your thing? Right. Just make it move one step, right? Okay, good. Now, the second, an adjective, as crazy as you can. For example, crazy is an adjective, right? Fold it to cover. Yeah, you are doing better, right? Now, make a move, right? Good, excellent. You are doing good. Okay? New paper. Number 3, another adjective. You can have a look at the paper. You can write out different words. Right. Got it? So this again. To cover that. Right. Now, next one. Make sure that you have this. Right. Good. New paper. You have new paper. Good. Okay. Number 4. A kind of food. Hamburger. Because I feel hungry. Any kind of food you like. Dog meat. Any kind of food. Fold it again. Now, next one, number 5, a kind of drink. Coca-Cola, beer, coffee, tea, Coke. Right. Make the move. Right. Number 6, verb in with a noun. For example, doing homework, verb in and a noun. Good, good, excellent. I am a messenger. Right. Number 7. Do infinitive and a noun. That means to do activity. Okay, to do homework, for example. To have fun. Right, that's kind of thing. Do infinitive. Right. Right, good. Thank you. Right. Next move. Number 8. Ready? Number 8. A country, a city, or a province. Anywhere you like. A country that means that Laos, Cambodia, a city like Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, something. A country, a province like Cần Thơ or somewhere. Just one, right? Just one. Right. I use the flash here to still have or. Right. Number 9. Your favorite language. I believe that not all the people like it. Your favorite, that's your favorite. Okay. Now, make the moves again. Okay, changes, right? Okay, now you have the new word, right? I'd like you to open it. Check if they have this correct. Student name, yes or no? An adjective, is it an adjective? If it's not, you can correct. An adjective, is it different?
Yeah.
If it is not different, you can add another one to make it different. A kind of food, yes or no?
Yes.
A kind of drink, verb in and noun, are they correct? Some people just use bare infinitive, it's not. And they just use verb in but not a noun, you add in one noun. Got it? 2 infinitive and a noun, yes or no? A country or a city or a province. And the last one, the favorite language. Okay, that is it a language? Right. Now, this is the paragraph. I'd like you to use these information, the numbers, right, to complete this paragraph for me. June, read it loud.
Come there.
You need to say it. Right?
Today is my second day in TESOL class and have known some new friends. By far, Black who is sitting next to me. She is mad and beautiful.
Mad
And beautiful.
Beautiful.
She likes pepper and milk.
Milk.
In her free time, she She's singing a song.
You like singing a song? That's good.
She joined this class to have a nice day. In the future, she wants to travel to France to teach English there.
Oh, good. Travel to France to teach English there. Good, right? Phương, right? Lan Phương, right? See Phương. Who's Lan Phương? Give Lan Phương. This is yours.
Today is special day in TESOL class, and I have some new friends from her. It is sitting next to me. She is hilarious and angry. She likes hot dog and soda.
Soda.
In her free time, she likes drinking beer. She wants this class that will say a word.
To say a word. To say the word or to say a word.
In the future, she wants to travel to
Oh, good. Right now.
Today in my second day in history class, and I want to learn some different about her. It's interesting. She is mad and intelligent.
Mad and intelligent.
In her free time, she likes doing exercise. Sometimes it's hard to do homework. In the future, she wants to travel to Japan to teach English.
Good. Okay. Nhi, read it yours.
Today is my second day in TESOL class, and I have known some new friends by far. It's easy to me. She is lovely and nature. She likes pizza and 7-Up. In her free time, she likes watching Spain. She enjoys class to study English. In the future, she wants to travel to America to teach Korean there.
Okay. Who is here? Right? You come here to study English and you travel to America to teach Korean. Okay, good. So that's the reason why I call that parallel. But before that, what do? Brainstorm. But sometimes the teachers guide the students with the words. Instead of I write the words, but I offer the student a chance to write, and then they complete. And what is this? A paragraph or a short story, a short paragraph. And it's one I want you to read in the next topic. That is micrologue. What is micrologue? Micrologue is a short story or a short paragraph, right? So it's used to practice or help the students to practice the type of language, especially about grammar. So, like tenses, about the past, present, or future. So, what kind of grammar point in the parallel? Present simple, right? To talk about the friend, talk about my best friend, right? So, talk about the adjective, using adjective to describe, using the nouns to talk about the interests. When you talk about the interest or the characteristic, you have to use the present simple tense. So that is called short story, micrologue. Or you can use this to practice with kind of the past. Now, let's talk about your past, your last vacation, right? 5 minutes for you to work, right? But one thing is with micrologue here, you can use in group or pair or sometimes individual. But here I ask you to work in whole class to have more ideas. Why writing needs to be done in group at first time? When brainstorm, we need more ideas. Writing, they need ideas. They need vocabulary, they need structures.